Welcome back to CryptosRus. I'm George. We're all George. We all know that Bitcoin is here to stay. There's no way it's going anywhere. People could be fuddish all day long, okay? But those of us that know will continue to HODL and DCA. It's that simple. 67% institutions expect Bitcoin to rise in the next 6 months. No duh. No duh, yes. That should be closer to 90% of institutions. And we still have the regular, usual people that are loading up. Strategy purchased another 168 Bitcoin, around 19 million. Now they hold 640,000, right? And then you got others that will be following or have followed. Japan is now allowing banks to buy and sell Bitcoin. That's pretty massive. And then you got Vanguard, who's as big as BlackRock. No one really likes Vanguard, but whatever. They just purchased a whole bunch of MetaPlanet. And we know MetaPlanet continues to purchase a whole bunch of Bitcoin. So that's a signal, right, that they're getting in. Vanguard themselves have said, no, we're not going to come out with their own Bitcoin ETFs. And they're still playing coy with Bitcoin. They're just like saying, oh, no, we're not really that interested. Yet, they keep buying up more and more shares of MetaPlanet, Strategy, Coinbase, and everything else. So their actions speak louder than words, for sure. They are definitely interested, and they are definitely involved already. Again, like BlackRock, it's probably not a good thing long term. You don't want these guys to control Bitcoin or vast majority of supply. But short term, while they are loading up, it will be good for investors. But long term, no, not so good. That's why you got to grab as much as you can before it's all gone. Yep. And then you got a Bitcoin mining company that increased their holdings by 65, 66. Now holding over 2,126, right? Again, the fundamentals of Bitcoin continue to be strong. Very, very strong. This is what it looks like right now versus 2017, 2 cycles ago. Same story every single time. Yeah, again, most people have short-term memories when it comes to Bitcoin and crypto. Every time we go down, people are like, yeah, this is new. This is something we've never seen before. This is disastrous. Okay? But if you just take a second to look at what has happened before in previous cycles or previous years, then you realize it's actually quite normal. And we have seen it before. And it has been worse before. And yet, we continue to recover and move forward. People just like to scare themselves. You are your own worst enemy. I'm sure you heard that before. People want to scare themselves, wants to find a reason to sell. Those that don't, those that actually stay calm, cool-headed, they're the ones that are going to make the most money. Quite frankly, because they are the ones that are going to be holding the longest. That's really it. Everyone else wants to outsmart the market, wants to trade. If they have a loss, they want to trade and make it up for it, right? Or they have a loss and they just want to dump everything because they think it's all over. And unfortunately, when you have strategies like those, you will for sure lose money. And you'll end up buying at a higher price. It happens every single time, every single dip, every single cycle. We see the same people come in and out. But some finally do learn and they stay. They stay for good. And then they realize, okay, this is the way. Stop panicking. Make sure you have some dry powder, some cash on the side. Continue to DCA. And that's it. And let the gains come to you. Don't try to force it. Don't try to rush it. When you do, you tend to make mistakes and lose. Here's a comparison to the last cycle, not 2017, the 2021 cycle. Again, have we seen this before? Well, when you zoom out, yeah, it looks pretty similar. When you zoom in, maybe not. Okay, maybe it doesn't look so similar. But when you zoom out, you'll see a lot of similarities with every single cycle. But every single cycle is a little bit different. Macro conditions are different. Geopolitical factors are different. And also, obviously, our market cap is different. The maturity is different. So it doesn't move exactly the same way. But we tend to see a lot of similarities. And again, have we seen drastic downturns? Yes. Have we seen prolonged sideways movement? Yes. Have we seen FUD? Yes. From many, many sources. Yet Bitcoin continues to keep moving forward, rising, and make new highs. Just that simple. It's just that simple. It's a really easy concept. Okay? Just don't panic. Too many people are panicking and they're going to lose out. Now, something else I mentioned, and this is going to be interesting. Gold, right? Gold has finally come down a little bit from their previous high of last week. Just a little bit. But they have been skyrocketing. At least for gold terms. Not, for Bitcoin terms or crypto terms, hardly a move. But for gold, it's been going crazy. It has gone up more than it has probably in the last 10 years. However, that euphoria, if it comes to a close, if that bubble bursts, that's a lot of money that'll be flowing out. And we have seen this before. You know when? When was the last time this really happened? Back in 2021. We saw gold rise up to like 2,300 or 2,500 an ounce. And then that bubble burst, it started coming down. And guess what? That's when Bitcoin started really hitting its stride. And guess when that was? Right around now in October. If you look at it, a lot of similarities. A lot of similarities. So we'll see what happens with gold. I understand why so many people flock to gold right now. It's not just Americans, it's around the world. Because there's uncertainty. People don't trust the government. People don't trust inflation. People don't trust how the central banks are acting, especially now in the US. And, you throw in on top of that all the trade stuff, the tariff stuff, the wars, all that stuff, right? People like to have some security blanket. And for many, that's gold, right? At least the older generation. The newer generation understands that there are better things, better security blankets, and Bitcoin is one of them, right? So that's why so many are turning to Bitcoin and will continue to come in as more and more people learn about this new safe haven that actually isn't that new anymore, but still new compared to all the other new technologies that we've had in terms of growth and adoption and everything else. Again, you just got to be patient. You got to be patient.